Check 1, 2. All right, perfect. Just let me know if you can see me and hear me okay here, and we'll go ahead and get started. So we're just doing another Monday Guitar Motivation here. It is the 14th of December, and what I'm going to be talking about today is just some simple slide ideas that you can add into your scales to make things sound a little more interesting. So again, hopefully you can hear my guitar and my voice okay. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to look at just any scale would be fine. We're just looking at the E major scale here. Right there. Okay, so I'm just heading up to the 7th fret. Good morning, Dana. I'm just heading up to the 7th fret. I'm going to play 7, 9, 11, 7, 9, 11, and then 9, or excuse me, 8 and 9, right? Good morning, Rob. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me okay, see me okay. Hey, Jose. Okay, is the sound okay for everybody? Hello, hello, everybody. Thanks, John. Okay, perfect. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to talk about little half-step bends that we can use in our playing, okay? Just simple ideas that we can use to make things sound a little more interesting. When I was younger and I was learning how to play and I first got into scales and things like that, one of the mistakes that I made was that I kind of assumed that when you were playing in a particular key, for instance, I'm playing an E major right now. Okay? So when I'm playing that, I always thought anything other than that was wrong. Like, you're not allowed to do anything else. And of course, there's, you know, theoretical arguments we can make over that sort of thing. But, you know, for me, it always comes back down to if it sounds good, it's probably good, right? If it works for what you're trying to do. Hey, Scott. Hey, Eric. Hey, Thomas. Hey, Jira, DH, Talon, Stoffel. Okay? Good morning, everybody. And good evening to some of you. Okay, so what I want you to think about here is if I took this scale, and let's say I did my root, my 3rd, my 5th, and my major 7th here. Just make a little arpeggio out of that. Now what I want you to think about is that obviously we know we can slide from a note in our scale to another note in our scale. So let's say I was going from the major 7th to the root. So I could slide around inside the scale. But see that? So we can get some notes that fall outside of that. So that's what I want to talk to you about is there's two different kind of effects that we can get by doing this. One is this nice subtle slide sound. So let's go back to that major 7. So I'm going to go again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to my 7th note. I'm just going there by an arpeggio here, but... Okay? So what I'm going to do here is to get to that major 7th, that 7th note of my scale, I'm going to slide up from a half step prior to it. Now this note doesn't fit in the scale of E major. That note does. But if I slide from here, and I don't make a big point of that note, like I'm not trying to stabilize myself on that note and then slide. What I'm going to do is just go like this. See how I did this? So it's a half step from the wrong place if you want to think about it that way. And I could really do that just about anywhere. Let's go to, for instance, the 5th. I'm going to go to the flat 5 in front of it and just do a slide. See how that works? Or maybe I'll go to the 4th and slide up. Now I'm sliding from the major 3rd, which is fine, okay, because we have a major 3rd right here. But let's say I'm going from the major 3rd to the 4th. I go up to the 5th, and then do that little slide. See, there's my 6th note, right? And I'm doing just this little half step slide right there. Right there, watch this. I'm going from the root to the 2nd to the 3rd, and on this 3rd, I'm sliding up to the 4th and back, which is cool, and it fits right in the scale. See how that works? So it's a great little half-step thing that you can use if you think about your scale. And then think about any note that isn't one of those notes. And you slide. See that? Okay, now that's one thing that you can work on is just, and again, notice how I'm not trying to go, I'm not trying to get a real aggressive intro slide note. I'm just doing it as a subtle thing. Just for some melody, right? So when I go to like that major seventh, it always sounds nice to do that little. Okay? Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining me. So here's the other one that I want you to think about, is sliding back and forth. Now let's say I was gonna do, let's look at the power chord here. Let's look at the E power chord. Okay, so what I'm gonna do right here is I'm gonna go to the fifth right there, and I'm gonna do this half step slide, and then go back. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the second note. And I get almost this bluesy kind of sound by doing that, right? So if I was playing, and then I drop down, now I get this kind of bluesy sound that drops into there as well. So I can slide from one side or the other, but notice how what I'm doing here is I'm sliding up a half step into this non-scale tone, and then I'm coming right back again. See that? So there's just really nice ways, instead of just playing your scale, let's say you create a melody that you like. Let's say that's your melody. And you really like that melody. Well, you might just enhance it a little bit by using some of those little half-step things, and then maybe follow your melody up with something like that, where you add just a little bit of a blues hint of something in there. So there's just a lot of really great things that you can do. Again, I don't want to take a lot of your time, just give you a little something to think about for the week and try and practice and see if you can elevate your guitar game just a little bit. And of course, always stay positive and keep practicing, that sort of thing. So thank you, Doug, Neba, David, Enfach. Bucket full of balls is back. Carlo123. It's always the way to start off my Monday morning. Jason, David, Fast Eddie, John, thank you everybody for being here. So everybody take care and stay positive, and of course keep practicing and see if this will help you a little bit. If it does, do me a favor, share the video, subscribe to the channel, that sort of thing. And you can always check out my guitar courses and membership stuff over at guitarzoom.com. So take care, stay positive, and I'll talk to you all soon.